friends, you're very welcome to join me here in Sensible Studios. I am Mr. Sensible. Today we're going to have a look at RightThe Hand again. But first, my wonderful sponsors. Thanks to my amazing and supportive patrons, including new patrons Andrew Smith, Chris Kelling, David Cooley, Gary Tompkins, John Bunker, Poison Toad, Sisyphus and Touchpad. Thank you all very, very much. I really appreciate the support from you guys. I appreciate the support from everyone, my viewers, commenters and subscribers. So RightThe Hand again. Why am I picking on him again? Well, you may have heard there's going to be a debate. RightThe Hand has agreed to have a debate with me. That's coming up soon. There'll be more information for this available, I think it's tomorrow. There'll be a little teaser video. But he's gone and posted some more rubbish. And try as I might, I just couldn't ignore it. Attention, Frank Kelly. This is a personalised face palm protection warning for patron Frank Kelly. Frank, make sure you've got good face palm protection at the ready at all times. This flerf is particularly stupid and protection is required. Don't forget, this tape will self-destruct in 5 seconds. Come on then, Right. Enlighten us again with more pearls of wisdom, please.
What up, RightThe Hand here. So let's look at this. We can see the earth curve, right? Because, I mean, even though the water is perfectly flat, right, going horizontal, if these pillars are conforming to the shape of the earth, then yeah, we clearly see the curve, right?
Well, the water isn't flat horizontally either. There is a curve, you just can't see it because it's such a small amount. The curve's actually the same left to right as it is front to back. Now that photograph is zoomed in some way to accentuate it, just to really make it clear. But as you said, there is a curve.
So they tell us when we zoom in, we should see the curve like we see right now. The problem happens when you zoom out.
Whoa there, my little chili pepper. You haven't just zoomed out a bit. You've turned the angle 90 degrees so you're looking down on it, and by the looks of that photo, you're 100 miles up. That's some zooming out.
And there's no curve.
From that angle looking down, you're not going to see any left to right or forward backward curve, are you? You can't. You're looking flat on down on it. Now if you zoomed out or moved further and further away until you can virtually see the entire Earth, then you'll see it's a sphere. But at that rate, it's just an aerial shot looking down.
So if you zoom in and there's curve because it's a ball, the further away you get, the more of the curve you should see.
But you haven't just zoomed out. You haven't moved further and further back. What you're doing is comparing apples with the Great Wall of China.
So if we zoom in on the Earth and see this much curve, when we zoom out, we should see much, much more, right?
You would have to move higher, but be looking horizontally towards the horizon. And eventually, as you get higher and higher, that horizon will look more and more curved. What you're doing is looking like that. That's dumb.
Well, let's ask a baller. Now, the dumb baller says, yeah, when you zoom in on the ball, it looks flat.
Yes, as he's used the macro lens and has zoomed in towards the horizon, looking horizontally across the top of the ball, you can barely detect a curve. It appears flat.
But we zoomed in on Lake Pontchartrain and it was curved. So on the Earth, when you zoom in, you see more curve, but when you zoom out, you see less.
Actually, both photos show the same thing. The horizon line of the ball looks like a horizontal line. The horizon line on the Pontchartrain photo of the sea is a horizontal line. The only reason it looks curved at all is because there are masts, transmission lines, heading away from you. And as they head away, you can see them sinking down towards and below the horizon. If he had stuck little objects all over the ball, as you get further away, they would appear to sink in just the same way, following the curve.
Now, this highlights the stupidity.
Yes, I believe it does, but you posted it.
Well, if you zoom in on a ball, it looks flat. Really? You know what else looks flat when you zoom in on it? A fucking flat table, or a flat surface.
Of course they do, because they're flat, like your head.
You know the difference between a ball and a flat surface?
Go on then, tell us.
When you get further away from the ball, it looks like a fucking ball! It doesn't get flatter. You don't go from curve, zoomed in, to flat, zoomed out, you fucking retards.
Calm down, princess, and no one said that. As you go out, the curve becomes more apparent. Not as you did in your first photo, when you have a vertical view looking down. Did you not understand that, or were you being disingenuous?
This is a perfect example of their cognitive dissonance. They will tell you, on A, we see the curve of the earth because we're so close to the beach. Then they'll go to the basketball. You can't see curve when you're this close. Then they pull away from the basketball. See, it's a ball. It wasn't flat. Then we pull away from Lake Pontchartrain that's curved. It becomes flat again.
Oh my precious little pumpkin, you really are confused, aren't you? What they're talking about is that if you go down to the beach, you will not see a curve on the horizon right to left. However, what you will see is ships disappearing over the horizon as they go down the curve. That's what you see at the beach. With the basketball, which is curved, we know it's curved, it's a ball. If you're very, very close, you're not going to see the curve because you're only seeing a tiny, tiny little portion of it. That's all. If you zoom out from that, you'll see the curve. I'm sure you can understand this if you try. It's not difficult.
So they are telling you two completely conflicting things. They'll say that a ball looks flat when you look close to it, but the earth looks like it's curved when you look close to it. The ball looks like it's flat when you zoom away, but a ball looks like a ball when you zoom away. They don't know what the fuck is going on, because the earth isn't a ball.
Right. I despair of you. We're going to have to draw this out, picture by picture for you, in crayon.
Oh, and if Lake Pontchartrain is conforming to the curve, how come this one is not? Where's the curve? Where is it? It's not there. And this is proof positive that you're not dealing with logical people, you're dealing with religious fanatics.
No. The photo from that bridge is taken from quite a height. The photo of the Pontchartrain one was taken from fairly close to the water level. The Pontchartrain one was zoomed in, which compresses the image to really accentuate the curve. It's not actually increasing it, it's just making it more apparent. In the photo of the Danyang Kunshan Bridge, you're higher up, therefore you can see further. Your horizon line is further. The far end of the bridge is not hidden.
Because they will literally tell you, you can see curve when you zoom in on Earth, but you zoom in on a ball and it looks flat.
No, they literally will not tell you that. You can zoom in all you want on the actual horizon line of the sea, you will not see the curve. What you can see in that photo, because you are zooming in, is not the actual curve, but the transmission lines as they're sinking away, which indicates the curve. It shows the curve. I honestly wonder if, because you seem quite angry about this, I honestly wonder if you just do not understand it, if you really just don't get it, and you think perhaps we're all trying to lie to you or pull the wool over your eyes, because we're not. I really feel it's something you're just not grasping, something you've misunderstood, and so it looks wrong to you.
But then you zoom out on Earth and you can't see the curve, but then you zoom out on a ball and it looks like a ball. So they're just going to tell you, believe me, because it's a faith, they have nothing. And when you look at what they actually have, it makes no fucking sense.
we have nothing, I think you'll find that we have all of science and all of the evidence, because we've not seen any evidence for a flat Earth yet. And yeah, it makes no sense to you. You just don't understand. I hope that you can be more logical when we have this debate. And I also hope you can hold your tongue and not swear every other word for no reason. It's not needed.
But now watch the comments. You don't understand perspective. You don't understand. You don't understand. I understand perfectly.
Right.
If it's a ball and you zoom out, it should look more like a ball, not more like a table.
Well, I hope you're going to bring something more to this debate, RightThe Hand. Because right now, it doesn't sound as though it's going to be much of a challenge. And yet, you have said a few things that I've noted. In an email to me, you said, you have nothing in reality to prove orbits or water can stick to a ball. Can't wait to watch your defence in your faith. Can't wait to crush you on what you think proof is. You're in for a world of depression. And then on my Discord to the Sarcastic Barman, excellent channel, you said, oh, and say what you want to Mr. S now, before he gets killed in this debate. And then on Discord to Colon, you said, I'm going to hand your boss his arse live on his own channel. I'm still 50-50 if he chickens out. This is going to be interesting. Really interesting. By the way, has anyone seen my tape recorder around? If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. Just hit Mini-Me down in the corner. Hope you got the message, Frank. Until next time, stay sensible.
Shut up and sit down.